Welcome back to another episode of Crave TV. Today we're here at Potholes Reservoir, and I'm on the hunt for Adam. Hi, Mocha. What are you doing here?
Chandler, I'm right here.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see you there.
That's a little camo here. I'm doing a little field to plate. I'm gonna do a little fishing too. And bring us back and cook some good food.
All right, well, you go put some clothes on. Welcome to Crave TV.
Hi, I'm Adam Hegsted, a chef and restaurateur in the Inland Northwest. I'm all about the people because that's what hospitality is built on.
Hi, I'm Chandler Baird with Spokane Eats. I'm a local foodie and lifestyle influencer in the Pacific Northwest. I'm all about highlighting our local eateries and businesses and the communities that support them.
Crave TV is the telling of stories through the visiting of places and restaurants, meeting the people who make it happen, and talking to chefs, farmers, producers, and restaurateurs who make up this amazing industry. This is Crave TV.
Particular way you like to light your charcoal, Shelby?
Just hot enough that it doesn't burn the blind out.
I'm here with Shelby Ross. We're in the Potholes Reservoir, and we are gonna make some duck poppers. So what do we have going on here?
So we have quartered jalapenos with
Okay.
the seeds cleaned out.
Okay.
We're going to fill that with cream cheese.
Kind of helps with a little bit of the heat, not so spicy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And some marinated duck.
All right.
And it's been marinating overnight.
Duck from Potholes.
Potholes Reservoir.
All right.
Fresh teal from a couple days ago on our season opener. And,
Okay. Little teriyaki sauce. All right, that sounds good.
wrapped in bacon, grilled on the charcoal, and it's fabulous food.
I don't know if it gets better than that. You have the heat here too. You have some smoky bacon, a little bit of peppers. I think that's sounding pretty good. All right, let's do it.
A little seasoning.
I don't know if viewers at home can see us or maybe just see a floating face, but it's because I'm wearing camo. It's all right. I think you guys can get the idea anyway with our hands moving.
I'm not a chef like yourself, but a percentage of my customers come hunting just because of the poppers and kebabs. So
They are delicious. You know, it's like being out here too. I mean, it's like a little bit of both. You know, so you get to experience outdoors, you get to eat outdoors, but it's like a lot better.
I hear over and over again that I made them at home. They're just not the same. Well,
Yeah.
you're not cold in a duck blind, and something hot off the grill is just what.
Yeah.
So probably 10 years ago, we made duck kebabs as the standard for lunch every day.
Mm-hmm.
Duck, bacon, whatever you had for veggies, just like a standard kebab.
Yeah.
And I don't know, halfway through duck season, everything I own smells like a kebab. And I'm like, I got to try something different. And
You get tired of it yourself.
I was watching a hunting show, and they were dove hunting in Argentina and making these poppers. And I'm like, we're going to try this. And they've been a hit. And I get groups who they don't even want the regular kebabs. Because you do both.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of my customers for several years, first thing he would do when you get in the boat is flip open the cooler and say, how much bacon we got? Because that was the limiting factor in how many poppers you could make.
That's funny. So does it, like, different varieties of duck, are they better
Yes.
than others?
The dabbler ducks, mallards, pintail, widgeon, teal, are just much better table fare than the diving species.
You get a little bit of that sort of, what do they call that? The lake, kind of that lake, swampy lake kind of
Yes,
smell to it.
and the best use that I found for the divers is to make pepper stick or summer sausage or something like that. out of them.
You could probably stew them too. It'd probably be pretty good. Something that you can kind of get rid of that, a little bit of that gaminess.
And any of the duck, once we've cleaned the ducks, we'll soak the breasts in water and just keep changing out that
Leach
water
it
to
out
get
a
all the
little bit.
blood out. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that works really well with any game, really. Or buttermilk. Buttermilk works pretty good. Yeah, it might be good to fry up some of these. That'd be pretty delicious. Do like a little cornmeal breading, some buttermilk. Sounds. Duck nuggets. Yeah. Well, I think that's part of, being out here, is you're truly going from, field to your table right away. I mean, you're literally eating in the field. So I think that's
the cooler.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people lose that sort of sense of where their food is coming from. They forget, that it was an animal, that it was alive at one point, and that you just go to the store and you buy your food, but when you're here, there's no getting around that. But I think that's important for people to know that, and be able to see where their food comes from. And hunting is one of those aspects where you're able to kind of see that all come together. All right, so now they go on the grill. About how long do they cook for?
Probably 6 minutes aside.
Okay, nice.
Bacon flame up there. We'll shut the lid and get that to stop.
All right. That's smelling delicious.
Smoke in the eyes.
That's part of the charm, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, poppers are ready to come off. We've been cooking for a little bit, getting crispy on the outside. Let's check them out. What do we got? Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Sticks even out.
Oh, look at those.
We'll need a couple more minutes on the others. These need to cool for a few minutes.
They're molten lava.
That molten cream cheese will burn your mouth.
All right, we'll wait one more minute and then we'll give it a try. Thanks, Shelby. You guys look amazing. Can't wait to give it a whirl. Cheers. All right, let's taste this. Oh. Oh, that's really good. Thank you.
You betcha.
Yeah, it's delicious. Check that out. All right, we're gonna finish cooking up these, and then next up we're gonna head over and do a little bit of walleye fishing. I hear it's pretty good around here.
It has been fabulous lately, and should be no sweat getting enough walleye for a nice meal.
All right, and then we'll make something kind of different with that too. We're back with Shelby Ross, Ross Outdoor Adventures. We are fishing for walleye right now. So a little cast and blast. We did some duck hunting previously. Now we're gonna pick up some walleye. Tell us about the area, Shelby.
So, what do you want to know?
Where are we at right now? What is this?
We are in the center of the lake,
Okay.
often called the mid-lake humps. It's
Okay.
just rolling sand dunes up and down, and the walleye are out here because the bait's out here. Their primary food source is yellow perch, but they'll eat anything they can catch.
Okay.
And they'll be out here on this deep structure throughout winter and until early spring when they go to spawn.
Walleye. Let's bring it in. I think they call this catching. All right, we caught this beautiful walleye. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous. All right, Shelby, what's the next step so we can treat this fish properly to be able to get, lake to plate, the best quality fish?
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to get it in the live well there.
Okay.
And it's on a timer. It's pump fresh water every few minutes.
Okay. And what does that do? Just kind of keep
He'll
fish
swim around
alive?
there. Yep, he's just hunky-dory.
Okay.
When we're done at the conclusion of our trip, when we get back to the marina, we're going to cut the gills with a pair of scissors.
Okay.
And we'll pump all the blood out of the fish, and no blood in it at all, and then we'll fillet it. And you'll see when we get to that point of the day that it's just clean.
Okay. Yeah, then we'll have a lot of clean flavor in the fish, and we're treating the fish properly with respect. I think that's what we're looking for. So, all right, let's do it. All right. We're gonna let him sit in there for a little bit, and then we're gonna cook him up.
We are back in the kitchen, and Adam's gonna cook us up some walleye.
Yeah, I got some walleye right here.
Okay.
And we went out fishing with Shelby Ross, Ross Outdoor Adventures, and we got some beautiful fish.
Looks like y'all caught a lot.
Yeah, quite a bit.
I caught quite a bit.
You got lucky.
Rob just helped a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little bit. He was there.
Yeah,
Really,
I
it was Shelby that kind of guided us, right?
And we're in Shelby's kitchen.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes,
It's nice.
welcome to Cynthia's
Okay,
home.
so I'm gonna make a little marinade. Have some sweet chili sauce here, just something really easy. Add a little vinegar, and might as well add a little beer too.
To drink or to add?
It's like a beer batter, huh?
Classic, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna mix that guy up, and then I'll cut some fish up.
All right.
So we're gonna make some poppers here, just a really quick marinade.
Okay.
And I'll have Rob wrap them up for us.
So how many did you actually catch? Do we have a number?
I don't know.
Too much to count?
Today you got 5 or 6.
Yeah. So these are the cheeks.
They're all
Shelby-
white and flaky too. Man.
Shelby cut out the cheeks for us, so I'll fry those up so we can try them separately. These are some of the little pieces we're getting, and so to wrap them, we're just gonna fold them over, and then we'll wrap a piece of bacon around the outside.
Oh,
Okay.
heck yeah.
Do you want to keep those cheeks separate?
Yep, and keep them separate so we can just cook them up. They're really good texture. They have like a little bit of a sort of scallop sort of texture to them. They're different than the rest of the fish. They're really good though.
So you're getting every piece in there,
Yeah.
coating them really well.
Well, yeah, you don't just need the thick ones. We can use a little bit of, those smaller pieces. We'll just fold them up.
Okay.
That should work fine. All right. Some toothpicks. Here's the deal. I'm sure you can figure this out, but I'll show you anyway.
I don't know. I did fish.
Stretch out a piece of bacon. Take a piece of fish.
Okay.
Roll it up.
So toothpick through it.
Toothpick through it.
All right, I can do this.
Okay, and then while you're doing that, me and Chandler will make some beer batter.
Oh.
I got the good job.
Yeah. I should be doing that.
And Shelby
Play
had
with
an
my
idea. He said he fries up the walleye and a little bit of potato chips. So I'm gonna take our beer batter and roll it in. I got some salt and vinegar chips and some regular potato
Oh,
chips.
heck yeah.
I think it'll be delicious.
That sounds like a
Okay.
genius idea.
A little bit of this.
Okay.
Grab the beer, and really the consistency we're looking for.
Is this just flour?
This is actually gluten-free flour, which actually works really well. So that's all that we had available here. But gluten-free flour actually works really good for beer batter because it doesn't develop the gluten. So sometimes when you have like a chewy beer batter, it'll be because it's like overmixed. This won't happen because there's no gluten in it.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to mix it?
Yep.
Okay.
And really, consistency-wise, we're looking kind of like, it would be like a sauce. So you don't want it thick. You want it to be like...
So you just add beer until it's like
Yep.
the right consistency. Okay.
And the beer has a little bit of sugar, and obviously the carbonation, that's what makes the beer batter puff. And so I added a little bit of baking powder to ensure that as well.
We need more, yep.
Yep.
Really testing my stirring skills with this
I know.
small bowl.
All the rest.
Dang, you don't get to drink any of it.
No, we have more. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm spilling fluid. I'm sorry. Oh gosh.
So the other thing is you want to make sure the beer is cold. I mean, you usually have cold beer, but that also helps develop the beer batter as well.
I made that mistake once with making bread, but I used cold beer and you're supposed to use room temp, right?
Oh,
When you're
because it
making beer
runs the
bread?
yeast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All these things you gotta remember.
So we're almost there. And the gluten-free flour does take a little bit more liquid. It can, than regular flour.
And I spilled a little bit of it.
Yeah, you did. And then that's another, you can just continue to mix. Sometimes you have to be sensitive of that. You don't want to mix it very much when you have regular flour because it develops that gluten and it makes it really chewy. That's not going to happen here. So
All
even
these
with
reasons.
like pancakes, a lot of quick bread, so pancakes, muffins, banana bread, gluten-free flour works even almost better than regular flour.
Especially if you're cooking with kids and they just want to stir because it's so fun.
Yep.
That's good to know. Life hack. Okay.
Almost there.
Let's see how full we can get this bowl
Yep.
and then make
You're
you stir
doing
it.
great.
Thanks. All right, how's it going over there, Rob?
It's going good.
Crushing it?
Yeah, just crushing it, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut up some fish for the fish and chips. You want to make sure that the fish is really dry so that the batter sticks. You can dust it in flour, but we'll just put it on a paper towel and let it dry for a second.
Okay.
Same when you're searing fish as well. You want to make sure the fish is really dry, and that helps so it doesn't stick, and it also helps so that the fish brown up really well.
Okay.
It's frying up, looks really good. So now, get the fish. Just get a nice coating on there. You don't want it too thick. You want enough to puffs up and gets nice and crunchy. About like that. Check that out there. Then slowly, you want to hold it into the oil a little bit. So if you drop it straight in, it'll probably stick to the bottom. So I'm just going to hold it for a minute, just so it doesn't stick to the bottom, hopefully. You also don't want to overload the fryer because once these fish are cold, so if you're dropping them into the fryer oil, which is somewhere around 300 degrees, you want to be able to not have the oil drop too much, so it'll really soak up a ton of oil into the batter instead of just frying it crispy.
What kind of potato chips are those?
I got some plain potato chips, some like regular salt potato chips, and then I got some sea salt vinegar ones, which I think would be
That was a great
really
choice.
good.
Yeah.
The chips might brown up too much, but we'll see what happens. It's an experiment.
And you have the oil on low-ish?
I just had it on low because I don't want. I mean, obviously you have danger with fire here, so you want to keep the oil around 325.
Okay.
And so I'll just monitor it. If the fish starts soaking up too much oil and not browning, and it just starts sitting there and not bubbling, then I'll turn it up a little bit. All right, now it's the chips. Fish in the batter first.
And are you is it best to use vegetable oil when you're doing something like this?
It really is just you can use any kind of oil. Some people like to use like shortening, and it has a little bit of a different fryer temperature to it. It can go a little bit hotter because has some other things added to it. This is just vegetable oil. It's clear oil, no flavor added. It's not going to add anything to the fish, which is really what I'm looking for too. This is looking delicious. Oh, it's really good. But you can see it's nice and puffy too.
This is literally fish and chips, not like fish and chips.
Fish and chips, yeah.
Looks really
Love
good.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then while I have these cooking, I'm going to get this burner going, about medium-high heat, and we'll cook those poppers up too at the same time.
Perfect. And because you're a pro, you just know when those are done, but what should us...
Well, so I don't want to overcook them, right? Because I mean, it's a really lean fish already, and so I want to make sure that the fish isn't going to be really dry and tough. And so I'm really just looking for it to float and be golden brown, because the fish is going to be done. Okay, so then same thing, just lowering it into the oil slowly so that it doesn't stick to the bottom.
I got to see what he's thinking. So nothing on the bottom of that, huh?
The bacon will render down.
Okay.
This is a non-stick pan too, so
Yeah.
I think it'll be alright. These are looking pretty tasty. The other thing that bacon does is it cures the fish a little bit, adds a little seasoning to the fish. It's going to make it nice and tender too.
Wow.
Threw those cheeks in there, bottom of the bacon fat.
I'm going to do rock, paper, scissors for those cheeks.
They look good. They look good. All right, I made some treats for us, and we're here with Shelby Ross from Ross Outdoor Adventures, and Michael is one of our special guests from Washington Department of Fish and Game, and then one of our most special guests, Rob Holman from Northwest Fishing Reports.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah, Shelby showed us the way how to catch these walleye here. Did poppers a little bit earlier in the show. This is a fish and chips battered with chips. And then we have beer batter fish as well, same batter. And there's salt and vinegar chips and regular chips, so I don't know which one's which, I mixed them up. And then we have a little bacon wrapped walleye, marinated in the sweet chili sauce, and then your fine dining, fine course right there.
Yeah.
We got some walleye cheeks, so they're just sauteed in a little bit of bacon fat, a little bit of sea salt. So let's dig in and give it a whirl. Let me know what you think.
All right.
Alright. Looks like we all get a cheek except for Adam. Tell me what y'all have been up to.
Got some ducks.
Made some poppers.
Your young pup got her first retrieves, so that's pretty special.
Yeah.
And now you've welcomed us into your home so graciously to cook it all.
Yeah, and I mean, we get to really have the true field to plate, experience here. We literally went and caught fish today and yesterday. I brought them back here and cooked them. Same with the poppers. We were in the field cooking duck. I mean, so that's like a really I think it's important for people to remember, where the food comes from and to be able to see that whole process. And I think that's kind of what we're trying to show here is, we're out in the wild, we're getting food for ourselves, making food, and all comes from right here. It's pretty amazing.
It's a lost art, I feel like. For people like me, I'm like, I can't imagine going catching my own food and cooking it and eating it. So it's so cool to see it done, and you guys make it look somewhat easy. I know it's not, but
well, Shelby makes it easy. So
Yeah.
that's part of it is he sets it up for us, gets us. We go there, we're setting out decoys, and then he has the blind all set up, so you just show up and you're ready to go. So.
And that's of course, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That's of course incredibly important to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. We have to make a lot of difficult decisions in management, but at the end of the day, we want people to get out and hunt and fish and have this field to fork or potholes to plate experience.
Pretty good.
And to get out there and participate and to have that natural connection and that connection to where your food comes from.
And explain sort of where the money goes to for the licensing and all those sort of things. How does that help with conservation?
Well, a little bit of all your fishing tackle purchases, your ammunition and firearm purchases, that gets directed into conservation funding at the state level, thanks to
So we can
some
continue
federal
to do this.
legislation.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, when you participate in this world, you help this world of conservation.
Yep.
So thank you for having me along on this adventure and for sharing this how-to information so other people can get out.
Yeah, well, and really we want to be an advocate. We want to show you that it's possible, because I think the percentage of people, there's not a lot of hunters and fish, as many hunters as there is fishermen, but it's how easy it is, especially when you use someone like, Ross Outdoor. He makes it pretty easy, right? He says, okay, here's what we're fishing with, here's the gear, he does this is his job, and so here's how you do it. You can just sit on the boat and explains what to do.
Yeah, perfect for amateurs.
Makes it easy
Yeah.
for
Or people
someone.
just getting started.
Yeah.
Or for people, like yourself, that it's nice to have it all ready to go. All right, what's the verdict? How did I do?
That's pretty
I'm
good.
gonna say your job well
bacon
done.
wrapped.
That
I
is
need
delicious.
some of that.
Yeah,
this,
try that.
please.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
good. I think I got the one with the salt and vinegar, and that was
Salt and
particularly good. Yeah, good job, man.
Good
All right,
enough to
thank
not
you.
have any
Thank
sauce,
you.
Rob?
Yeah, it was good without sauce.
Without sauce. There you have it. Thanks so much for joining us. Watch next week for another episode of Crave TV.